Hi everyone, my name is Krista. I'm going to be doing a full face makeup tutorial today. I am new to YouTube and I have been contemplating doing videos for a while, but I've been kind of scared. I know there are a lot of beauty vloggers out there but I decided to do it. So today I am going to be doing my full face makeup routine. So if you want to learn how I do my full face, keep on watching. All right, so let's get right into it. So I already have my skincare routine done already. My moisturizer that I use is the Neutrogena Hydro Gel. And this just really helps with my dry skin. Sometimes I have dry skin, sometimes I have combination, and then sometimes I look at myself and my T-zone is oily and I'm like, what's going on? But anyways, so let's start off with our primer. And today I'm going to be using the Too Faced Primed and Poreless Primer. I apologize if my lighting is kind of weird. I'm working on it. This is not going to be a perfect video. You know, I am new. I don't have all the equipment that most people do have. I'm just starting out. Just wanted to do this for fun. Because I have such a passion for makeup, but I just figured, let me make a video. Why not? It's just for fun anyways. So I'm just pressing that into the skin. This primer really helps to blur any fine lines and pores. It is one of my favorite primers. I bring it down to the neck just a bit. All right. For foundation today, I'm going to be using the Marc Jacobs Remarkable Foundation in the shade Beige Light. I do not have the bottle because I only have a sample. I've been trying it out recently to see if I like it. Normally I don't buy too many high-end products. I mean, I do have a lot of nice foundations, but I've never spent more than maybe $45 on a foundation. So this one is retails for $55 at Sephora. So I'm trying it out to see if I like it. So far so good, but I've only used it twice. So that's what I'll be using today. And I'm just going to dot that all over. And with this, a little goes a long way. I'm sorry if I don't always look at the camera. It's hard to see the color. And then with my damp beauty blender, I'm going to just start pressing that into the skin. I do like to go a couple of shades darker than my skin tone. I just like to be tan. And I do self bronzing. And I use the Loving Tan 2-Hour Express. I'm not tanned right now, but I do it like once a week. Okay. Bring it down to the neck just a little. I feel like on camera I look a little orangey, but in person I promise I'm not. So if it does look like that, I'm sure by the end you'll see the difference. Now I'm just going to take that down on the neck a little more. Just apply a few swipes. And then with my Morphe M439 brush, I'm just going to kind of blend that in. So we're nice and even. I know that here I'm much whiter. We will bronze. I bronze every single day. Okay, next for concealer, I'm going to be using the infamous Tarte Shape Tape concealer. And this is in the shade Light. I really wish that I got like Light Neutral, I think it's called, because that one would match me much better, but this one will do for now. I like to drag it down and do the triangle, and I want a lot of coverage. Okay. And now I'm going to take my damp beauty sponge. This one is by Tarte. This is the one that actually comes with the Shape Tape. I got it from QVC. It was a deal, and I really do love this sponge. And I just strictly use it for the concealer. So we're just going to use patting motions to blend that out. You don't want to press too hard or you'll take the product off. So just light patting motions. And what I like to do is bring it up on the eye, so we're also concealing our lid for our eyeshadow as well. Okay. Next, we are going to set the face, and I'm going to be using the RCMA No Color Powder. And this is one of my favorite powders to set my face with. So I'm just gonna take a little bit of that on my beauty blender. Just gonna dip that in, and I'm just going to press underneath the eye. I think that this helps to smooth it out even more than a brush. Right now I'm just setting the places that we put down the concealer. Next, for the brows, I'm going to be using the Anastasia Brow Wiz in the shade Medium Brown. Just going to comb through them first. All right, I'm just going to use my little mirror, so if I'm not looking at the camera, I apologize. So first I'm going to start in the middle of the eyebrow, the arch first, and then go up towards the front. I do have a beauty mark in this eyebrow, so sometimes it takes me a little bit longer to do my eyebrows because this one's much thicker than this one, but I make it work somehow. Gotta do what you gotta do. So I'm just going to be moving in the directions that my hairs are growing. This is literally the worst part about doing makeup. I love everything else except for the brows. You can still kind of see my beauty mark, but not as bad. All right. Brows are done. So now we are just going to set those brows in place, and I'm going to be using the Benefit 24-Hour Brow Setter. This is my favorite brow gel because it is the 24 hours, and it does not move. It locks them into place all day. So, and this is what the brush looks like. Like a little comb. You just comb through the hairs. And it really helps to pull the eyebrow look together. Okay. All right, so now for my favorite part of the show, we are going to be using the JaclynHillXMorphe palette. I am so excited to use this on camera because this is my favorite palette. I purchased two because I loved it so much. I couldn't believe the pigment of these shadows. I am such a huge Jaclyn Hill fan, but I am so surprised by these shadows. I love Morphe shadows. I have 3 other palettes by them, but this one really takes the cake. This one is bomb. It really is. They are so creamy and pigmented, and I know that the hype is real. It's real. So if you don't have this palette, you need it. And I know they keep selling out, but they will be restocking. You have to just be quick with it. But I think they're going to keep it for a while just because it is so popular and it is selling out like crazy. Just gathering all my brushes. Okay. So it's going to be too difficult for me to keep like showing you the palette. So I'm just going to name off the colors that I am using so that you guys that do have the palette can follow along. I'll probably be doing a look similar to Jaclyn's, the one that she did in her video, but we'll mix it up a little bit. So I'm going to take Silk Cream and MFEO, those 2 colors. I'm going to blend them together into the crease. And I'm just going to use windshield wiper motions. And oh, I am using the R37 by Morphe. Pretty much all of my brushes are by Morphe. I am obsessed with their brushes. I love Morphe. I think they are so affordable, yet high quality. All right, next I'm going to take the 2 shades Butter and Pooter, and I'm going to layer that on top of the first 2 shades. Make sure everything is blended out. This is what takes me the longest because I blend so much. All right, next on my M513 brush by Morphe, I'm going to take the shade Pukey, and I'm just going to put that right underneath those first transition colors, so a little bit lower on the crease. Again, using windshield wiper motions. That is just what works for my eye shape. You can do whatever works for you. And I'm going to go next into the shade Creamsicle. And I'm going to place that in the transition area as well. The more colors, the more depth. Next, we are going to take the shade Hunts, And I'm using the M518. And we are just going to focus that on the outer corner of the crease. Just to warm it up a little more. Now, I am going to take a flat shader brush. This is by Bare Minerals. It is just a flat shader brush. And I'm going to spray that with some Fix Plus. And I am going to take the shade Firework. And I'm just going to put that all over my lid. This look was inspired by Jaclyn. I don't remember which shade she used or what order she used them in, so if this is very similar to that, I apologize, but it also was inspired by her. So if Jaclyn ever watches this video, it would mean the world to me, but because I'm such a huge fan, I just think that she's amazing. But this look was inspired by her. I love the look that she did. These colors blend so nicely together. And they all just look like they belong. I've also done looks with the blues in the palette. Those are really fun. I can do more looks with this palette if you guys want me to. Just let me know what colors you want me to use or what kind of eye look you want me to do, and I will do it. I also really like the green colors because it complements my eyes really nicely. I have hazel green eyes, so, but it also look nice on blue eyes, brown eyes, any color eyes. All right, now I'm going to take the color Obsessed, and I'm just going to place that in the middle of the lid. All right, and to deepen up that outer corner just a bit, I'm going to take Jack's on my Morphe M433 brush. It's like more flat, so it packs on the color in the outer corner very nicely. So just on the outer corner, outer third of the lid, or the eye. Just going to like press that in just a bit. So it's like a cranberry, fiery, smoky eye. These looks are also perfect for the fall, which is my favorite season of all time. I'm obsessed. I guess you can call me basic because I like the pumpkin lattes and going to fairs and just picking apples and you name it. Okay, so going in with some of those transition shades, I'm just going to make sure everything is blended. Yes, it's looking good. I just want you guys to see it so you know. If you want to recreate this look. All right. Now I am going to go in with In Light, which is the first color in the palette, and I'm going to highlight the brow bone. And this is the Morphe M506. Now I am going to line the upper lash line, and I will be using the L'Oreal Liner Noir, and this is in the shade black, I think. Sure, it's black. It is a liquid liner with a felt tip, and we're just going to line the upper lash line. I'm not doing a wing, I'm just going to be doing a straight line. Try to get as close to the lash line as possible. And I got some liner on my lid where it shouldn't be. So I'm gonna have to fix that. I know you're not supposed to tug on your eye when you're doing liner, but I have a really bad habit of doing that. And I feel like it really helps me. But you don't have to do that. Just making sure all the gaps are filled in. Otherwise, when we apply mascara, you'll see the gap. And I don't like that. Okay, just gonna fix this eye real quick. All right, now for the lower lash line, we are going to take the shades Butter and Pooter and run those along our lower lash line. Oh, by the way, I'm using the Morphe R41 pencil brush. Okay, and now on a flat definer brush, this is the Luxie 221 brush. I'm going to take Hunt's and Jack's, and I'm just going to run that along the lower lash line. Okay, and then with my pencil brush, I'm going to take Hunt's and then just blend all of those colors together. We are looking extra fiery. All right. Now I'm going to line the lower lashes, and I'm going to be using the Maybelline Eye Studio gel liner, and this is in the shade Blackest Black. And I'm going to take that on my flat definer brush because I don't have a liner brush, and I'm just going to line the waterline. Okay. All right, now for mascara. I use a different mascara for my lower lashes. I use the MAC Extended Play Lash, and this is in the shade Endlessly Black. The brush is very tiny. It looks like that. It's my favorite mascara for my lower lashes. And I'm pretty sure that Jaclyn Hill is the one who recommended this, and then I went out and bought it, and I realized it's amazing. One trick that I learned about mascara is that if you ever get it anywhere on your skin, you let it dry first, and then you can wipe it off, because that just happened to me right here, and we will wipe it off before we're done. All right. Now for my upper lashes. Okay. I am going to use eyelash primer. I think that it helps extend the wear of my mascara, and it just makes them more voluminous. So this is the L'Oreal Voluminous Primer, and this will just really help coat those lashes before you actually go in with mascara. I don't normally use false lashes just because I'm not really into them, only on certain occasions, but on a day-to-day basis, I wear mascara. So I'm just going to coat those lashes. The primer is white, so you can see all the lashes separating. And now I'm going to go on with the Voluminous Lash Paradise by L'Oreal. This is what everyone has been talking about on YouTube. This mascara is really, really, really good. I don't know if it's my favorite, but it is very good and worth it. You should buy it. People compare it to the Better Than Sex mascara, but I do not like the Better Than Sex mascara from Too Faced. Alright, moving on to the other eye. Going to prime it. Alright, and mascara is done. You guys see how long my lashes are. Let's move on to the rest of the face. Just a little tip. Remember I said about the mascara, if you get it anywhere else on your face, you wipe it off when it's dry. So I just use a, like a cotton cosmetic applicator thing, and I just will like go back and forth to remove the mascara. And I don't know if you can see that, but it works. So bronzer. I have been obsessed with the Hoola Quickie Contour Stick by Benefit. And so that's what we'll be using today to contour our face. Alright, so I'm going to start top of the ear to the corner of the mouth, but not bringing it down all the way. This is very, very easy to blend out. All right, we're gonna do the jawline. Okay. Underneath the lip, and then the nose. You want to make sure that you're going up high enough. All right. You don't want to press too hard either, because it does lay down the product really easily. All right, so I'm going to take my damn beauty blender and blend that out. And you'll see how easy it is to blend it out. Just using patting motions. Hairline. And I'm using patting motions, but also like blending it backwards into the hairline. You could also use your finger to blend this out, because that's how easy it is to blend. See, it blended right out. Can you guys see where it is? Okay, and now for the nose. Okay, and we are contoured. And I'm also going to go over that with a bronzer. So, one of my favorite bronzers is the Physicians Formula Bronze Booster. This is in the shade medium to dark. Alright, so I am going to take my Morphe R2 brush. It's just a big fluffy brush. And I'm just going to go over Right. Now I am going to take my Morphe M523 brush. I use this for contouring at times too, but for this I'm just going to do underneath here to make her lip a little bit more pouty, and then the nose. Okay. Now to make sure everything is blended, I'm going to take my Morphe E1 brush, and I'm going to use the same Physicians Formula bronzer, and I'm just going to bronze my chest and décolleté area, as well as my neck, to make sure everything is blended. And I like to do this when I put on the shirt that I'm going to wear for the day, so that we don't get makeup all over our shirt. But, okay, now we're done with that. Done with bronzing. Alright, so for the cheeks, I am going to use the Wet n Wild Color Icon blush in the shade Pearlescent Pink. It is very, very pigmented. For the price, I think it's like $2.99. It's amazing. It just is. So on my Morphe E4 brush, which is an angled blush brush, I'm just going to put that on the apples of my cheeks. I use circular motions and work my way backwards, not forwards. And then when I don't have much left on my brush, I'll just kind of pat around the apples of the cheeks and then move back. Just so we're getting the most color payoff. Bouncing it helps with pressing it into the skin. All right. And blending it out to make sure everything is good. All right, now before we finish with highlighter, I am just going to set my face with powder. So I am going to take the Morphe E3 brush, which is just a domed, fluffy brush. And I'm going to take that RCMA No Color powder and just take a little bit on my brush, not a lot at all, and just kind of lightly pat the rest of my face. Sometimes I set my face before I do bronzer and all that, and blush. Sometimes after. Depends on my mood. All right. And now to be a little extra, I am going to take my Too Faced Cocoa Contour palette, and I'm just going to use the shade Light Cocoa underneath the eyes. So for that, I'm going to take my Morphe E48 brush and I'm going to just pop that underneath to brighten up that eye area. And on my nose. And that's it. And last but not least, we have our highlights. So, in honor of the Jaclyn Hill palette, we will be using Champagne Pop today. So I am going to take my Morphe M501 brush and I am going to pop that right here and right here, top of the cheekbone, Cupid's bow, and chin. I'm not going to highlight my nose. Okay. And since I want a little extra bling to my face, I'm going to take the Ofra Rodeo Drive highlight, and I am just going to lightly place that right here. And that's it. Just for, do you see how that? Yes. Highlight. Woo! That highlight down. Now, to set the face, I am going to use the Morphe Prep and Set Setting Spray. Surprise. This video, by the way, is not sponsored by Morphe or by anybody. I just really like Morphe products. Okay, so I'm just going to set that. Whew. All right, and I just like to fan the face until we are dry. And this also helps your makeup stay in place. I am going to pair this look with a nude lip, but I'm not going to actually do my lips. I'm just going to show you what I would do. In another tutorial, I will do my lips, but I'm about to eat lunch, so I don't really want to do them. All right, so I will use my favorite nude lip liner is the Rimmel Lasting Finish in 1,000 Kisses. This says Stay On Lip Contouring Pencil, Crayon Contour. This is what it looks like by Rimmel. It is a legit pencil. It's just nude. Okay, so I will just line my lips, and then I will use my favorite lipstick from the drugstore, the Maybelline 920 Nude Lust shade. This is my favorite, and it is the perfect nude. So I will first go on with that, and then this is the ColourPop. It's an Ultra Satin Lip in the shade Aquarius. And then on top of that, for gloss, because even though it's an Ultra Satin Lip, I love glossy lips. This is by Sephora, and this is in the shade Outrageous. Effect Volume Outrageous Plump Effect. Okay, so this is what it looks like. It's a very matchy nude. And this is comparable to the Buxom. It is tiny, and it's $12 at Sephora. But I really, really, really like this gloss a lot, and you can feel it working on your lips, kind of like how the Buxom glosses, give you that tingling feeling. This also gives you that tingling feeling, but I feel like it's maybe just a little bit better. Just a little. But I do love my Buxoms. So that is what I will be wearing later on. So now I'm just going to finish doing my hair, and I will be right back to show you the completed look. All right, you guys. So here is the finished look. I just straightened my hair real quick. And that does complete today's video. I'm so happy that I filmed this video, and like I said, it's not going to be perfect. The lighting's not perfect. My camera's not perfect. I'm filming this on my MacBook. I'm just starting out. I'm not a makeup artist. I'm not a professional. I just really love doing makeup, and I just wanted to give this a shot. So I hope that you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up, and please subscribe. Thanks. See you in my next one.